coding which I knew involved writing lines of code, programming syntax, complex programming concepts, and I was wondering how could an 8-year-old learn all those concepts and write code? Because that time my son didn't even know how to type properly on keyboard, and writing code seemed like an even bigger challenge. So I kept wondering how coding could be taught to kids of that age. And so I started researching, and then I found out that there are different coding programs available for different age groups. And that's when I realized coding for young children is taught differently from the traditional coding I was familiar with. Now let's look at the different coding programs options available for different age groups. Unplugged programming is a very simple way to introduce kids to coding without using a computer or any screen. It is not about learning programming language or typing code. Instead, it is about helping children understand how to follow instructions step by step. If your child is between 5 and 8 years old, this is where they should begin their coding journey. This is called block-based coding. Here I am using code.org. On this platform, children go to something called Sprite Lab. In Sprite Lab, they don't type any code. Instead, they simply drag and drop colorful blocks on the screen. Each block is one simple instruction that the computer understands. When children connect these blocks together, the computer follows instructions step by step and something happens on the screen. No typing, no spelling, just learning through colorful blocks and play. Around the age of 8 or 9, children who are already comfortable with block-based coding are ready for the next step. Now they begin to slowly understand what real programming looks like behind those colorful blocks. It starts with drag and drop colorful blocks so children feel familiar and confident, but slowly it begins to introduce real coding language in a very gentle way. The children does not even feel the transition. One day they are using blocks and gradually they start seeing simple text-based code appearing on the screen. This is how they naturally move toward real programming. From age 10 onwards, children who have done block-based coding are ready for real programming language. The best first language is Python. Python is very simple to read, almost like English. For example, to show a message on the screen, the child writes print hello world. That's it. Very simple and very powerful. Now, most of the parents must be thinking, okay, this sounds fun, but is it really necessary to start at this age? So I would say programming is not just a technical skill, it's a thinking skill. And the earlier you will start it, the more your kid have time to work on those skills. And this helps them in thinking, problem solving, and be creative. And as a parent, it's our responsibility to give our child exposure to different things and let them decide how they want to go with that.